I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Kenny. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Tina. And give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Akita. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome in. Dewan, what's up? Mitchell, what's up? It is opening day. Finally, we have some baseball. I mean, I guess we did have baseball last week, but it was on in the middle of the night or like really, really early morning. So, I wasn't paying much attention to that. I watched some of it, but I was not betting on it. That was also like right when we were grinding for the NCAA tournament. So we finally have some baseball back today. It's about to start here in a couple minutes with the Orioles. Angels, and then we have Sweet 16 tonight. Really, really good sports day. We got MLB baseball from now until all night. We got the Sweet 16 games coming on later. We have a couple NBA games as well, probably some NHL games. So overall, pretty good sports day, I would say. We're gonna look through the baseball slate, and then we will talk about the games tonight. I have my biggest bet of the tournament tonight. I don't know if I'm going to give it out on stream, but it was in the Discord, posted in the Discord yesterday. Praying hands emoji. We did get some CLV on it. I moved up a point, and I'm even seeing 1.5 at some places. So hopefully we hit this. This is the biggest bet I've had since the College Football National Championship. So big bet tonight on the March Madness games. We'll talk about it all. And let's build a parlay because FanDuel has a nice little boost for MLB today. I think 50%. 50% profit boost. So it's only right that we use that on a parlay. And let's put the Orioles on it so we have some action on this early game. So before we even dive in to the slate, we're going to build this parlay because this game is about to start right now. So we're going to go Orioles money line. I'm a little bit scared about this one. So if you want to sub in a different team, you can. I'm going to go Reds money line. So we got Orioles money line, Reds money line. If you want to use Rays or Astros or another team, I think that's fine. You can do that. But I'm going to put the Orioles and Reds money line in. I'm going to put the Texas Rangers money line. I know that Chicago is a popular team this year, and they're a popular bet today. I've seen a lot of people touting Cubs today, but we're going to put them in the parlay. So we're going to use our FanDuel 50% boost on this. Baltimore Orioles money line. Cincinnati Reds money line. Texas Rangers money line. And then we're going to do no run first inning in the Minnesota-Kansas City game, which is plus. Okay, so this is plus 726, and then you can boost it by 50%. I still can't get in the Discord with my new phone. That's so weird, man. I don't understand. I don't understand why. Let me know. DM me if you messaged Travis if he had any solution to that. I'm not familiar. Travis, I know, knows more about Discord than I do. But if you're joining it now, this game's about to start, or it's literally starting right now. 50% FanDuel boosted parlay. Orioles, Reds, Rangers, all money line. No run first inning, Twins, Kansas City. It's plus 726. And then we can boost that by 50%. I'm going to sprinkle that for some fun just so we have some action in this early game. Oh, wait, we do have action this early game because we bet a parlay. I forgot about that two-teamer that we took. So I guess we have double action in the early game. All right, let's dive in here. Angels Orioles first game. Like I said, I lean Orioles. I tend to ride home teams in the opening games, especially the bigger favorites. It's been pretty profitable historically to back the home team in the opening day games, and especially if they're sizable favorites, which Baltimore is. Top to bottom, Baltimore is the uh, better team for sure. And Corbin Burns struggled a little bit last year, but over the second half of the season, he kind of came back to be what Corbin Burns we expect. So I am bullish on him having a good season. Do you see the other boost they had? Glasnow, Reagan, Scooble, each 5 strikeouts. I would not do that. So I don't like to bet over on strikeouts for a guy's first few starts. Like their first 2 starts, I don't like to do it because I just don't know how long they're going to pitch. Glasnow already pitched once when they were in Korea, so he might have a little bit of longer leash. I just don't know. Like if they run into trouble in the 4th inning, those guys might get pulled. So I just don't like to bet the over on strikeouts for the first like 1 or 2 starts. But I lean Orioles in this game. I lean Reds in this game. But if you were like really adamant that you like the Nationals, you could sell me on that. Josiah Gray was really bad 2 years ago. He was okay last year, but I just don't believe in him long term. He's going to give up home runs. Cincinnati does have a powerful lineup. But, on the red side of it, Frankie Montas is a complete unknown. Like, he used to be a good pitcher. We didn't see anything from him last year. So it's a mystery what version of him we're going to get. But like I said, I genuinely ride with the home teams in these home games. So I lean Reds. But if you really like Washington and you wanted to sell me on that, I think that I would listen to it. Yankees, Astros. Obviously not shocking that this money's coming in on the Yankees because they're the Yankees and they're underdogs. I'm not really high on this Yankees team this year. I was actually I was pretty high on them coming into last season, and I'm not high on them this year, especially with no Garrett Cole. Houston at home. Nestor Cortez last year really struggled against right-handed hitters, gave up a ton of hard contact, ton of fly balls. That's just not a good recipe against the Astros lineup. I get that the Astros' 2 best hitters are lefties in Alvarez and Tucker, but they have plenty of right-handed hitters. They have plenty of right-handed power. Altuve, Bregman, Diaz. They have Jose Abreu when they're still like just a tough matchup. I feel like for a lefty to navigate in general. So I definitely would lean towards Houston in that one. Tigers, White Sox is gross. Mitchell said you like Tigers are going to smash that guy. Yeah, I don't know how long he's going to pitch. It looks like a bullpen type game to me. I mean, I think the Tigers are the better team, but when you get these weird divisional games like this, like it could go either way. Don't really have a preference on a side or a total there. I like the over in the Astros game. I didn't mention that, but I think there's going to be some runs scored here. Cortez, I don't like. Valdez is someone that can outperform his metrics because he just gets a ton of ground balls. So, he'll have 2, 3 guys on base and he just gets a ground ball and gets out of it. But I think there's going to be some offense there. So I do like the over in that Astros game. Cardinals, Dodgers. I mean, everyone in the world is betting the Dodgers. You can see 94% of the bets and 90% even on the spread. Everyone's on the Dodgers here. They're the best team in baseball. I'm not going to be betting on them a lot this year. I can just tell you right now because they're going to be massive favorites in every single game. So that's boring, but not doing anything there. Giants, Padres. I liked the Giants last night, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't take it because they've actually moved pretty significantly. They're actually favored, I think, on FanDuel right now. Yeah. I'm kicking myself that I didn't take this last night. I think it's a good spot for the Giants. Yu Darvish is not someone that I'm super high on at this point in his career. Logan Webb obviously is the Giants' best pitcher, and the Giants have a really, really good back end of their bullpen. So if their bullpen's healthy and rested, which obviously it is today, it's the first game of the year. they're only going to need their starters to go 5 or 6 innings, and they're going to turn it over to just a really, really good back end of the bullpen. So if Logan Webb can navigate 5 innings today and not get beat around, I think the Giants are in a really good spot to win that game. And I'm really mad that I didn't take that last night because now they're actually moving even more. They're favored on FanDuel now. So I definitely lean towards the Giants in that game, but haven't taken anything. Definitely lean towards the Rays over the Blue Jays. Told you guys, home team on opening day is going to be my lean. I think the Rays are a very, very underrated team coming into the season. They were like the trendy team a few years ago. Now it seems like no one's interested in them. They're going to do what they always do. They have really good pitching, and they're going to be in the mix when the playoffs come around once again. Think the Rays are very, very undervalued this year. Pirates, Marlins. I don't know. I on the surface, I wanted to back the Pirates here because I think this Pirates offense can be pretty good, better than what people expect. But I'm just worried about Mitch Keller. If you guys weren't following along, he had a little bit of a velocity drop in spring training. It got better as spring training went along. But with this being his first start, I'm not fully confident that it's going to be 100% back to where it needs to be just because it's his first start. It might take him a couple starts to ramp up to where he needs to be. And the Marlins have a good pitcher on the mound too, and Jesus Luzardo. So I'm going to stay away from this. I lean Pirates, but I'm a little worried about the velocity drop for Keller. I want to wait and see. I'd rather be patient and wait on that to start backing him than just jump in right now. And then, he has a velo drop in that first inning, and I just wouldn't be feeling good about the bet. So that one's a stay away from me. As I said, a lot of people on the Cubs today. You can see it here. There's big sharp money coming in on both sides, but I'm going to trust the home team, the Rangers, coming off the World Series. Eovaldi and Steele, both are good pitchers. I mean, I'm a big Justin Steele fan. Eovaldi is kind of what he is. He gives up a lot of hard hits, but he gets a lot of strikeouts, so he can get out of it. If he has guys on base, he can get strikeouts and avoid those big innings. I'm going to lean towards the home team. I am a little bit bullish on this Cubs team. I do think they're going to be in the mix. I think they can win that division, but I'll ride with Texas at home in this one. Cleveland and Oakland, I would go under if anything, but I don't love anything. I'm indifferent on if I'm going to like this Cleveland team that much this year. But I do think Shane Bieber is going to be back. I think he's going to have a big season this year for Cleveland. So don't want to go out of my way to pick on them, pick on him, especially with Oakland. Boston, Seattle is interesting to me. I kind of liked Boston, but that goes against my home team narrative on opening day, but I kind of like Boston. The reason that I kind of like them is Seattle. We've been accustomed to them having a really good bullpen recently. I don't know how good their bullpen is going to be this year. They do not have a ton of just trustworthy guys back there. They have a few Munoz and maybe a couple others. I have serious questions about the Mariners' back end bullpen. So if this game's close going to the later innings, I don't even think Boston's going to be that good this year, but I just don't love this Mariners bullpen. So this could be a live bet situation if the Mariners jump out to a lead. If you can get a 2.5, 3.5 or something on Boston, or just look to live bet Boston in the later innings if it's a close game. Like if it's tied going to like the 7th or 8th inning, I might look to jump in and get some Boston exposure. So that's my thoughts there. That's my thoughts on every game. Favorite overall bets for me today. I like the under in Minnesota, Kansas City. Two really good pitchers going, Pablo Lopez and Cole Reagans. If you wanted to take first 5 under, you could do that. But I like the under there. I like the over in the Yankees Astros. That's about it. All right, let's go over to college basketball here. 4 games tonight, 2 at 7, or 2 in the 7 o'clock window, and then 2 in the later window. I don't know why Creighton, Tennessee is on here when this is tomorrow. I think this is an error. I have to message the devs about that. But all right, first game of the night, we have Clemson, Arizona. Clemson looks to be pretty popular. I mean, they're getting, 22% of the money line tickets is the highest for an underdog. I'm not counting Illinois, Iowa State because it's such a close spread. So if we take these 3 games here, where it's actually like, a 4.5 or more, They're the most popular underdog on the money line, and they're far and away the most popular underdog on the spread. I mean, they're getting 61% of the spread tickets. So the public really, really likes Clemson tonight. I've talked about this a few times. I don't really care if the public's on something in today's age of betting because of how much public information is available to everyone to make educated wagers. But the one of the few times I do weigh this is when it's an underdog. Usually when the public is all in on an underdog, it doesn't work out well. We saw this on Sunday with James Madison. I knew that was a trap. It was just too obvious. And then James Madison was extremely public on Sunday, and they got absolutely destroyed. Arizona, I don't think Clemson is that great. They've gotten lucky in terms of 3-point shooting, both on offense and defense, and they haven't played like Baylor. I don't think Baylor's very good. I said that before the tournament. So, I was on Clemson over Baylor because I didn't think Baylor's very good. I don't think Clemson's very good. I think this Arizona team is hitting stride, and I'm always down to fade a public underdog. So I would lean towards Arizona in this one. You might as well wait and see if you can get a 6.5 if it moved down to 7. There might already be some 6.5s out there. It might be 6.5 on FanDuel. So you might as well just wait and see if you can get a 6.5. But I would lean Arizona in that one for sure. UNC Alabama, it's North Carolina. I don't like this North Carolina team, but I don't like this Alabama team. Alabama was lucky to beat Grand Canyon. Everyone was raving about Alabama's defense in that game. Grand Canyon ran no offense. I don't know you're celebrating that Alabama played good defense against Grand Canyon. And Grand Canyon played no offense. They played almost entirely ISO ball. They passed the ball around. They just let their good players try and create a shot. They didn't have to defend anything. I don't have any faith in that defense sticking. And I don't have any faith in Nate Oates winning a big game. So North Carolina for me in that one. It's UConn for me over San Diego State, but I'm not going to lay 12 points. I'm just not going to bet the game. I definitely think UConn's going to win the game, but that's just a lot of points. I'll probably pass on that. And then the big game of the night, Illinois, Iowa State, only a 1.5-point spread. Illinois looks to be like who most people like, 53% of the money line tickets. They're getting 60% of the handle on the spread. It's an interesting dynamic. We have the best offense in Illinois versus the best defense in Iowa State. And yeah, we've seen this. This has happened a few times, the number one offense matching up with the number one defense. And the number one offense has seemed to kind of win out more often than not when it's in the tournament setting. I think we saw this last year with Duke. Duke was a top offense playing top defense, and they won the game. I think Iowa State has hit another level. Illinois, rather, has hit another level because of Dane Danger. If you guys have followed along, Trout hit a home run. That's pretty cool. I hope Trout has a good season, man. He's still like one of the best players. He struggled to stay healthy, but I hope he has a good season. Dane Danger was not playing much for this Illinois team early season. He's been playing a ton recently, and they have only lost one game since he started playing more minutes. He looks in shape. He looks to have hit another level. I think that's a difference maker for this Illinois team, specifically when Dane Danger grades out as their best defensive player. So, and Illinois has the best player on the floor in Terrence Santa Jr. So I would lean Illinois in this game. I'm not going to bet a side of it. I don't think I might look to lie bet a side, but yeah, I would lean Illinois over Iowa State tonight. But the biggest bet of the year is in that game. I'm not going to give it on stream. Like I said, praying hands. We got some CLV on that play. Hopefully it wins. This is a big bet for me. But all right, if you guys have questions on anything, go ahead and ask. Yeah, Trout home run, so it's 1-0 LA in that game. See what Baltimore's offense can do here. And then the other games are be starting here in an hour. He needs a ring. Yeah, Trout does need a ring, but he ain't getting one there. So, I mean, I don't know if he's going to – he needs traded or something if he's going to get one of those because he ain't getting one there. I feel bad for him. Because baseball is not really like basketball. Like, you can't have just one player in baseball. Like, they really just had him and Otani for the longest, and that just does not work out in baseball. It's not like basketball where, you can have one player and, he can really make the difference. It's just different in baseball. But overall, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. I might hop on. Sandy is streaming over on Owner's Box. Obviously, a good friend of mine. Go check him out. He was doing a challenge where he's betting 3 plays in every single baseball game today. So he's streaming live over there. I might hop on the stream later and chop it up with him a little bit. So you can go check that out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be live tomorrow, same time, 3 p.m. We're going to talk weekend stuff, recap today, recap the Sweet 16 games. We got more Sweet 16, more baseball tomorrow. So good luck with your wagers tonight, and I'll see you guys on Friday.